I know somebody's gonna be getting a six-figure ring right away and a big check right away.
Yes, sir.
Plan. That's the plan.
Yes, so the goal is to have a lot of that done at this convention. So to
Mm.
make sure we're there.
Yep.
That's what it was.
And we are live, sir.
Thank you very much, homie. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, I want to catch up with you guys, give you guys a couple of bullet points and tips real quick because I know we're going to be doing our event here in Houston, and I won't be able to do the call today, but definitely want to touch base with you guys. This is the first Saturday of the month of November. Uh, as I was speaking with the leadership council the other day, guys, we only have 23 days of this month. As a matter of fact, now we have 21, 2 days ago. So you want to make sure, and I say that because you have a holiday, Thanksgiving, that a lot of people are going to be preparing for, shopping for, traveling for, and it's just something that you should be mindful of. So right now, while everybody else is in holiday, and gearing up holiday mode and putting up Christmas lights and everything else, you want to make sure that you are taking full advantage of every day you have leading up to the point in time everybody else chooses to check out. Okay. Also, you want to make sure that you have the Walmart mentality going into the holidays. So even when the holidays kick in, while everybody else is trying to figure out how much money they're going to save on Black Friday, you're going to be figuring out how much money you're going to be making and may even have your own Black Friday deals. All right. And so, which I suggest you guys get creative with right away. Some of you guys who have apps that come up with coupons and stuff like that, you can generate your own coupons and discounts and certificates or whatever you want to do. Come up with a Black Friday sale, something that you guys get a chance to give a person a discount on or kickback on or something. Football tickets to a game or a show coming up or whatever it is. Get creative because now the competition is going to thicken. Everybody's going to be looking for a deal. All right. So wanted to touch base with you guys on that. Closing out the month, last month, guys, we did exceptionally well as a team. If I'm not mistaken, let me figure it out here. Hold on. I sent it to the leaders yesterday. Okay. So now what you want to do is you want to make sure when we talk about tracking your numbers, for those of you who have your month at a glance calendars, yes, those month at a glance calendars are very, very important. It's going to show you how to track your month. You want to go ahead and now start putting, on every day, what did you open up the month at on the left and on the right? And then what you close at. Day one, you'll see basically you open up with how many people who had subscriptions. Okay, and by the end of the day, you'll see what your numbers were. November the 2nd, this morning, woke up, looked at my numbers. Okay. Documented my numbers, open a business. All right. It's like you open the doors to your company. And tonight, before I lay down, I'm going to document my numbers where I ended up at, before midnight. Okay. And so keep in mind that when you go and log into your back office, the home numbers are not the accurate numbers unless you didn't do anything. The home numbers, those are the numbers that you see all day, basically. When you go and click on my team, and then you go down to dual team placement and you see your numbers there, those numbers are real time. Okay. They update real time. So at some point in time, if you're on that slide, all you have to do basically is refresh it and you'll see movement if you have people in your group that are actually out there in the field hunting and recruiting. Okay. But last month, we grew our builder pack numbers, not team numbers, not overall, no consultants or affiliates added in this number here. We grew the builders pack numbers 43.5% from September to October. Okay. From the end of September to the end of October, we added 85 new builder packs to the portfolio. Okay. And so you think about that for a second. That's it. And then think about your actual numbers. How many numbers did you contribute to that number? Right? What was your percentage of that number? And then you'll see, okay, hey man, look, I'm 5% of that number, I'm 20% of that number, I'm 10% of that number, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you are growing your market share of that number, which means that you can turn around and tell your team, hey, look, based on what we did last month, we put brand new builders packs in here. So that means that we're 25% of the group's numbers. Okay? And so that's how you want to track it. And then the company's numbers, again, they haven't released any of those numbers, anything like that. But when they start releasing numbers and you start, seeing what the company's numbers are, then you see how you track toward the company. Okay. But, just make sure, one, that you're on purpose this whole entire month. Also on Monday. Okay. So Monday, you'll have a double dose of Idris Salaka. You have him at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. He's going to be doing the Solar Monday call. So again, you have representation, great representation from the team, and he's going to be doing his thing. And then at 6 o'clock p.m., you'll also have another dose of it. So he's going to be going live in the group and working for the team on Monday as well. So, and then on Mondays, guys, at 6 o'clock, you'll have Angel and Idris. They'll be flipping, on Mondays at 6 o'clock p.m. So next week, you'll have Angel, at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And week after that, you'll have Idris, then have Angel, you'll have Idris, right? And so Thursday nights are still going to be for the lead generation system with Landon Taylor. Okay. And then making sure that everybody does two things, guys. Make sure that when you have people who are signing up, when you see a training that's a major training, like give you an example, the Millionaire Mentorship Call, right? If I'm you and I have people on my team, I am sending people, like when you go to the Facebook group and you hit share, right? You share it with somebody, and then when you send it to them, it's going to send the Facebook group to them, right? Now, when they actually receive it, they're not going to be able to watch it unless they're in the group, right? That way, when they click on it, and say, hey, I can't watch it because I'm not in the group. Well, that means you need to get in the group. That's where all the training is at. That's where all the information is at. That's where all the presentation is at. That's where all the money is at. So that's how you get people to join the group where they really need to be. And that way you can protect them from themselves. Remember, our job is to provide and protect. So we got to provide an environment for them to go out here and evolve and get their goals accomplished. Then we have to protect them from themselves. So if they're not in the group, we know for a fact they're not under your protection, right? And so get them into that group. The other thing is, we have talked about recognition right now. Omi is putting together some amazing recognition, guys. You know how we recognize people, and we're going to drive more volume and more builders packs and more sales, right? Solar sales and water sales through the whole entire month of November in 23 days than we did in the whole entire month of October and September combined. Okay. And so when you know better, you have to do better. But the recognition that we're going to be putting out, we already have people to recognize. We already have banners we're going to be putting out. And I'm going to be going over the recognition, information very, very soon in a Zoom coming to you soon, basically, within the next 24 to 48 hours. That way, again, in the Facebook group, you'll have people who will be able to see what we will see who we are, see what we do, see what we're capable of, and then want to come on board and just jump on in there. Okay. And so that recognition is going to be amazing. When it comes to mentorship, guys, again, we want to make sure that right now, I know this is being put a message in the leadership group. I don't know if she put it in the Telegram group yet, but as far as mentors, guys, Mr. Ovi is the ultimate mentor. Mrs. Bean, when it comes to water and Rain H2O, she's second in line. And those two are in communication with Alcavita every day. Okay, those are the only two people in the company that are in communication directly with Alcavita and working out a system with Alcavita and that are doing things based on the system that they're putting together. Okay, so right now we have some challenges that are coming from some of the mentors, unfortunately, because they're still doing things the way that they do things in the other companies. So right now, you want to use Mrs. Bean, you want to use Ovi to make sure that your Acavita and Rain H2O needs are met the proper way. Mrs. Bean is currently putting out fires that other mentors have actually caused, and she's also putting together a training program for the mentors, on the water side, so that we can minimize and alleviate some of those challenges. So just giving you guys the opportunity. Again, we talked about this when with Aegis was talking about mentees, and everybody's looking at the flash, everybody's watching the videos, and people are picking mentors based on who has the most visibility, as opposed to who's getting coaching and counseling from their mentors. Right? There are some things that you have no idea about. Myself as a VP, one of the VPs of the company, and my wife as a director of operations for Rain H2O, there are some things that we know about that you don't know about. Okay. And so give us an opportunity to protect you and your client. Okay. Or you're going to put yourself in a position where you're going to have a lot of explaining to do. And it's not going to be our fault. It'll be your fault because we gave you a heads up on it. Okay. Coaching and counseling and mentoring are always the things that you should do first before pulling the trigger on something or just assuming that everybody who's human in this company is perfect or who's going to do the right thing for your people. Okay. So, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. But catch up with Mrs. Bean, you have her number. The fact that, she's busy is a good thing. Okay. But the fact that you don't call her, send her a text message, and wait for her response on water, that's a you thing. Okay. So when it comes to mentorship and coaching, guys, some of you want to have coaching and mentoring when you feel like you need it, when it's convenient for you. Otherwise, you want a colleague. Okay? You don't want a mentor. Okay? And so your ego is going to cost you a lot of money, a lot of access. Okay? And so that's why this morning I want to take a moment out, not just to talk about all the great things that are going on. I want to talk about, again, a lot of the human things that are going on. And so this is, how I am. I'm always direct. I'm always respectful, but I'm always as about transparent as I can be without throwing anybody under the bus or being politically incorrect. And so everybody here is adult. They are adults. And again, you get a chance to make those business decisions on your own. But remember, when they backfire on you, you're the only one that you have to blame. All right. So um, we were just talking to some of the guys a minute ago before we got this thing kicked off, and I kind of put the button on it. The big event come end of April, early May, depending on when they get the date, and Vegas. We talked about being at Builder 2000 and Builder 8000. Builder 2000, guys, if I'm you, I'm making Builder 2000 a goal for everybody in my team. And then you want to be at Builder 8000 or higher. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple of reasons real quick. One, because I'm working on getting the people who make it to Builder 8000 an opportunity to speak on stage, and tell their story for about 15 minutes, right? Two, I'm working on getting people who are Builder 8000 their own table when it comes to the gala. Okay. And so when we back in the day when we had our own table when it came to the galas, we were able to invite people from our team there, and they were actually able to sit there exclusively in the front with us. The next year, the people who were at my table, they all had their own table. Okay. And so the first year I had Emmanuel Bernstein, Suleiman Rahman, and Antonio Adair at my table, right? The next year, all three of them had their own table because they wanted to make sure that they were able to invite people from their teams to theirs. So you want to make sure. And then a year that they all had their own table, I had people fly in from London, Africa, and Mexico. I had three different people from three different couples from three different nationalities and countries had to say with me and Mrs. Bean. And so, again, when we were having our gala, it was amazing, and the production was fantastic. And everybody signed up, and it put us in three different countries from one event. So you want to make sure that you're at Builder 8000, okay, because the recognition is going to be next level when it comes to Build 8000. So making sure, again, just max out the month of November. Make sure you're tracking your numbers. Make sure you're out there in the field, hunting and building and getting better, and making sure that you have an appointment to be at your own table in the event in Las Vegas with your own guests or people from your own team. So with that being said, guys, we're going to have a great event here in Houston. about to go get myself together and go ahead and get these people what they want, which is a great presentation and a great opportunity to network with us. And we'll kind of get back with you guys later on to kind of give you guys an idea on how everything went. And if it's something that we think that you guys should go full force with or something that you guys should add in your markets. Okay. Lastly, go ahead and get enough traction in your business in your cities that would warrant a visit from somebody in the company. You know, so whether it be for myself, JC, once it's Navarro, it don't matter. You want to go ahead and get a market presence, you know, where you got a lot of people coming in business. And that way, when we start doing our tours, which tours are going to start, we're going to make sure that you want to make sure that your city is on that stop, on that tour stop. Okay. So with that, guys, appreciate you guys jumping on real quick here for a little overview, but looking forward to getting that rank information out there, the banners and promotions for you guys, recognition for you guys, so you guys can actually go out there and and you know, use it for marketing material and get people on board and get people buying products and services from you guys. So take care, guys, and keep you guys updated. Have a great weekend.
Record.
Sa?